It's supposed to be the busiest time of the year. Hotels fully booked, boardwalks crowded, and tourist hotspots buzzing with life. But this summer, something strange is happening. In some of America's most iconic tourist states, the crowds are missing. Beaches are empty, hotel lobbies are quiet, and local businesses are struggling to stay afloat. Even popular attractions that usually see lines stretching around the block are seeing record-low foot traffic. From restaurant owners to tour guides, everyone's asking the same question: what on earth is going on? CTA, before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe, like, and hit the bell icon so you never miss a deep dive like this. And stay with us until the end to find out if your state might be next. Hawaii, Paradise Lost. Hawaii, the dream destination of millions, is surprisingly one of the hardest-hit states this summer. August should be the highlight of its tourist season, with golden sands, cheerful beachgoers, and bustling streets. But this year, Waikiki Beach is almost deserted. Souvenir shops are shuttered. Signs swing in the wind with no one to read them. Tourism has dropped by 20 to 30% compared to last year. Hotel revenues have taken a hit worth hundreds of millions, a blow equal to the cost of building a high-tech hospital. With 1/5 of Hawaii's GDP tied to tourism, this isn't just a dip, it's an economic earthquake. The culprits: skyrocketing airfare and hotel rates, a lack of international visitors from countries like Japan and South Korea, and a growing sentiment that Hawaii is no longer a special destination. More and more Americans are choosing Europe or Southeast Asia over a pricey trip to Maui. Local business owners are feeling it too. One hotel manager in Maui said, "We had to lay off staff. Each empty chair is more than a missing customer, it's an unpaid bill, a lost dream." If this continues, Hawaii may lose not just income, but a whole generation of workers, leaving behind aging communities and quiet beaches. Florida, the sleepless summer that slept in. Miami Beach. Key West. Fort Lauderdale. Florida is America's go-to summer hotspot. Or at least, it used to be. This year, the golden beaches remain. But the people? Not so much. The buzz is gone. Coastal businesses are closing early due to lack of customers. Some resorts report a staggering 40% drop in revenue, and restaurants that once had hour-long waits are now offering discounts just to bring in a handful of guests. The reasons range from climate to crime. Hurricanes are arriving earlier and with greater unpredictability, making last-minute cancellations more common. Record-breaking heat waves are driving people indoors or keeping them from booking trips altogether. Travel insurance premiums have skyrocketed, especially for destinations considered high risk. And safety concerns, fueled by both real incidents and viral headlines, are making families think twice. Even theme parks like Disney and Universal have reported softer attendance, and that's saying something. Local vendors say it's the quietest summer they've ever seen. If this trend holds, Florida could lose its standing as a tourism magnet, dragging down its entire economy, from hospitality and retail to real estate and seasonal employment. For the Sunshine State, this summer feels more like a warning sign than a vacation. Lobster without the tourists. Maine, with its charming harbors, lighthouses, and fresh seafood, should be bustling in July. But this year, its docks and coastal streets are unnervingly silent. Cruise ship arrivals have dropped. Fishing villages have lost nearly half their income. Local fishermen stand by the docks with unsold lobsters, worried about what comes next. The problem: sky-high service costs post-pandemic. Lodging and seafood prices have surged. Meanwhile, Canada just across the border offers similar coastal vacations at half the price. American tourists are crossing over, leaving Maine behind. A fisherman who spent decades in the trade said, "We used to sell out by noon. Now we can't even break even." Shops once crowded with tourists now echo with emptiness. Hotels are offering steep discounts just to fill rooms. Events like the annual Lobster Festival are seeing thinner crowds and fewer vendors. Maine risks losing its cultural identity, with younger generations turning away from traditional livelihoods. Towns that depended on summer tourism to carry them through the year are finding themselves dangerously short on funds. If the downturn continues, Maine may become more of a quiet memory than a vibrant seasonal escape. Nevada, when the lights flicker in Vegas. Las Vegas has always promised excitement 24/7. Casinos, shows, nightlife, a city that never sleeps. But now, it's hitting snooze. The lights still shine on the Strip, but the crowds are gone. International tourists, especially from Asia and Australia, are scarce. Domestic travelers are spending less or skipping Vegas altogether. Shows are being cancelled. Casinos are seeing lower profits. Even Instagram influencers who flock to Vegas are spending more time snapping selfies than playing the tables. The famed Bellagio fountains still dance, but fewer people are watching. Younger generations prefer cheaper, offbeat destinations or online entertainment. One performer shared, "I used to play to packed houses. Now, I'm lucky if half the seats are full." A growing number of hotels are cutting staff. Pool parties, once a summer staple, are being shelved. Travel analysts say rising inflation, safety concerns, and competition from places like Texas and Florida are drawing travelers elsewhere. Without fresh strategies, Vegas could lose more than just money, it could lose its iconic status. If Vegas can't bring back the crowds, its title as the entertainment capital may soon become a nostalgic slogan. California, the Golden State's fading glow. California, the land of dreams, film, and sun-kissed beaches, is facing a gray reality. In San Francisco, Pier 39 is nearly silent. In Los Angeles, studio tours and Hollywood visits are seeing major drops. Tourist visits are down 30% overall. Some shops and restaurants report revenue losses of up to 50%. The reasons are layered: high costs, traffic congestion, and rising safety concerns. Crime, homelessness, and poorly maintained city spaces are pushing travelers to look north, to Oregon or Washington, which offer similar experiences with better affordability and reputation. Small businesses are closing earlier, hoping for a customer rush that never comes. Local tourism boards are scrambling to update marketing strategies, but even glossy ads can't hide the reality. The famous beaches aren't as crowded, and amusement parks are reporting shorter wait times, but not in a good way. The tech exodus hasn't helped either. Areas once booming with innovation and tourist appeal are now quieter and more uncertain. A local restaurant owner shared, "We used to serve hundreds a day, now it's a trickle." California may still look like a postcard, but fewer people are flipping it over. If the trend holds, the Golden State might lose its shine not just for tourists, but for residents too. Florida, the sleepless summer that slept in. Florida is known for its vibrant summer appeal, drawing tourists from across the globe with its golden beaches, theme parks, and coastal charm. Miami Beach, Key West, and Fort Lauderdale are traditionally packed during this season, buzzing with activity. But this year, something is different. Florida is quieter, the beaches are noticeably emptier, and the streets less crowded. Coastal businesses are reporting sharp declines, with some resorts experiencing up to a 40% drop in revenue. Small vendors and local shops are closing early due to the lack of foot traffic. The drop in tourism is being driven by several converging factors. Climate change is bringing hurricanes earlier and record-breaking heat that is pushing people indoors. Travel insurance is more expensive, and safety concerns amplified by news coverage are making travelers hesitant. Rising inflation is adding to the burden, making vacations feel like a luxury few can afford. Florida is facing not just a slow season but a potential shift in its identity. If the downturn continues, Florida is at risk of losing its long-standing status as America's summer playground. The ripple effects could severely impact its economy, from hospitality and tourism to property investment and employment. What once was the most vibrant season is becoming the quietest, with an uncertain future looming over the Sunshine State. What's next? If this trend continues, it won't just be a rough summer. It could reshape the entire U.S. tourism industry. Communities dependent on tourism might face unemployment, economic instability, and even identity loss. Those famous brand names, California Dreaming, What Happens in Vegas, Hawaii Paradise, may become relics of the past. So, what do you think? Is this just a temporary lull, or are we witnessing the end of an era? Let us know in the comments. If you visited or lived in any of these states, share your story. Your voice matters. And if you found this breakdown helpful, like, subscribe, and share this video with someone planning a vacation. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on our journey through the changing landscapes of America.